Well, hello everybody. Jack's decided to bless himself with his presence tonight. Now, Jack hasn't really been wanting to come out of late. He's tended to just want to hang in his enclosure. And, I've been letting him do that. But tonight I opened up and out he came. So he's been over there and sniffed where all the mice were for Lily's feed today, and I've just put him on the jungle gym just so I can have a little bit of a conversation about something that has been bugging me for a little while, but I chose not to really acknowledge it or say anything. I have been watching a particular person for a while now on YouTube who has some snakes. I think all up several by this particular stage, and I've silently watched her take care of these guys. But recently, and when I say recently, it was a couple of nights ago. I don't know when I'll get this video up, but I will. And she just purchased a breeding pair of Woma pythons, I believe, which, as we know here in Australia, are pretty big pythons. I think she has a coastal spotted albino something. I didn't actually focus too much on the breeds as such. I just focused on the Woma pythons that arrived as a breeding pair, and basically watched this person come home and put these two relatively decent sized, as you could imagine. They're of breeding age, and apparently the female may have been gravid, and put these two snakes in this enclosure that would fit maybe Jessie in, I think. But it wasn't just that aspect of it. It was the fact that, sorry, I've got to keep moving with Jack because he's going to keep moving and go to where I don't really want him to go. And now I'm in kind of the dark zone a little bit, so I'll try and put him back into the light. Stay over there, bud, for Mum. Could you do that? Hey? No, he says, let me climb on your camera. I'm trying to be peed off about something and you're going to crack me up any minute, so and you don't want me getting peed off at you, buddy. Okay, can you just sit down there, Mum? But anyway, she proceeds to come home and put these two good sized pythons in an enclosure that I would put Jessie in. And not only that, we really are in the dark zone, Jack. Do you realise that you are? Come into the light. Good boy. Also, it wasn't just that. It was this heat lamp was in the centre of this lid virtually. And not just in that one, but in the others as well, the other enclosures that she had set up, which none of them look really appropriate for the snakes that she actually has. So I did write a comment and just said very nicely that the size of the enclosure really is not big enough for those two guys together. And basically the next day there was a comment that told me that I was mouth vomiting and to shut up, pretty much is what was said. My only response was to insult when there was no insult. I didn't extenuate on that at all, but this person has no blinking idea on how to take care of snakes. And I would love to say who she is, but I won't. But she shouldn't have those snakes. Whereupon she said if you'd listened, well, the very next day she goes out and the next video comes up where, well, I was going to wait till payday, but seeing as blah blah, so many people I guess complained, anyway, this store had a half price special, so she went and got another enclosure, whereupon she removed one of the wormers and put them into another enclosure, whereupon the original enclosure, like I said, would be maybe big enough for Jessie, but certainly not big enough for a wormer even on its own. No heat gradient set up. Nothing. So if I am mouth vomiting because I make a comment to somebody in a very nice way and I get insulted back, then all I can say is this person is not a good snake owner, and she should not have these snakes. She's got no idea about what she is doing, even when she feeds them, the way she feeds them. Every aspect of her care is negligible towards those snakes. So if you're not going to take care of your snake properly, and you don't plan on taking care of your snake properly, and when I say you just grab one because, oh, that looks pretty good and that's interesting and I'm going to go there and I'm going to get myself a snake and all will be good, and you get home and you throw it in the enclosure and you throw it a rat once a week and give it a drink of water and say, well, I take care of my snake. You are not taking care of your snake. So if that's your plan, if that's what you think, you have got it all totally wrong. So I'm not going to just sit back and go, oh, it's all okay, because it is not okay. And you know, unless people start speaking up and speaking loud and saying something, nothing will change. Absolutely nothing is going to change in the way people look at and care for their snakes. They are living creatures, and you may not agree with exactly the way I take care of them. You know, you may think that what I think and what I feel is just a load of hogwash, bullshit, whatever. But I see what I see. I observe, and it's from those observations that I say what I say. And as a result, I have 3 and hopefully 4 wonderful snakes in my life. And that's what it's all about. Not these things that sit in a cage, and I guarantee you, you go near it, it don't like you. You have issues with it. You have constant problems with it. You don't handle it, then they're not going to want you to handle it. You don't care for them properly, then you're not going to have a nice snake. That's the end of the story. And I often, when somebody says to me, oh, my snake's really nasty and he'll have a go at you all the time, well, that just didn't happen. That's happened for a reason. So, if you're going to get a snake, take care of it. And that means getting it out, spending time with it, doing things, letting it explore, letting it get outside if you've got that available to you, doing all those sorts of things. Don't leave it sitting in an enclosure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, guys. It's not the way to care for a snake. So that's all I've got to say. I no longer watch this person on YouTube due to the fact that I don't like what and how she is with her snakes. But not only that, I'm not going to give her the view time, the watch time. She just doesn't deserve it. And all these people are going, oh, what a great snake mama you are. Oh my God, that terrifies me. You know, I hear people saying, oh, I never wanted a snake, but I do now. And, oh, you've made me feel that I could really have a snake in my life. Yeah, doing it her way? Probably. Yeah, right. God help the snakes. That's all I can say. So anyway, to end on a good note, now that I've said a lot of bad notes, I'm going to enjoy some time with Jack, who, like I said, has not been out very often of late because he hasn't wanted to come out very often of late. But tonight he did. So I'm going to make the most of it and have some time with him. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my video. Okay guys, catch you later. You gonna say goodbye, Jack? Hey? He's hiding behind the plant, guys. You gonna come up and say hello? No. Okay. Bye.